Some experts in the agricultural sector have suggested ways to tackle post-harvest losses to enhance food security in the country. Mrs. Omolara Adewala of the Department of Agricultural Extension and Rural Development, University of Ibadan, said that working together was key to addressing post-harvest losses, which starts from the land preparation to the consumers.
Seminar we have been able to talk about a lot of things, and I want to one thing I've seen is there's so much work that had been done by everybody, but that everybody is just working in isolation. So there is a need for us to come together so that we will not be doing the same thing in different ways. So there is a need to be coming together. Then when we are looking at all this problem, a lot of attention is to the farmers, but we need to be talking of the whole value chain, where we have the farmers, we have the processors, we have the marketers, we have the consumers too, because they all need to come together and work together for us to be able to make the right production, reduce our post-harvest losses. All the people that are handling at different levels need to be able to up their skill in what they are doing. And that is what will inform the value or the quality and the quantity, because we are not talking of quantity alone. We are talking of the quality of the food at the end of the value chain. So because everybody is now it's important you what to put in your mouth. You don't just want to have a bag of beans. You want to have a bag of beans that are in the right quantity and in the right quality.
Mr. Ofon Udofia, Executive Secretary and CEO of the Institute of Export Operations and Management, said that for the post-harvest losses to be addressed, bankers ought to be involved in the entire agricultural food chain.
We find out is that the bankers have always trying to be telling us that they dread sponsoring agribusiness, not until they can see from the beginning to the future. I tend to differ from them a little bit because if there's no experiment, you will not have a result. So the bank should not only feel unconcerned. If you go to other countries like Tanzania, Kenya, the bankers are equally going into the farm to assist the farmers, because export business is a business that has to do with a lot of knowledge. The farmers may not be knowledgeable enough, but the banker should be like their financial doctor, of who tells them what they need to do, what is your moisture content, what is their aflatoxin level depending on the product.
Dr. Robert Chakanda, Executive Director, Sierra Leone Seed Certification Agency, said to address post-harvest losses, the quality of seeds must be given attention.
So it is very important when we put together our ideas on how we conduct our seed issues, because seed actually is the foundation for every agricultural activity. So when we start talking about post-harvest, the first thing that comes to people's mind is the crop. I mean, after harvesting the crop, for the table, the consumption part, I mean, we easily forget about the very genesis of agriculture, which is seed. So post-harvest, bringing back to the seed science or the seed sector, it shows us that it starts right from there, because when you cultivate any crop, for example, rice in Sierra Leone or cassava in Nigeria, you have to start to think about the planting material, which also you grow, and when you grow it, you harvest it and you prepare it, I mean, for the farmers. That is where the seed context comes in, and you have to be very careful, because seed is a highly scientific material, a highly practical material. When you harvest it, you have to be careful how you process it and how you bring it to the point of which you supply very safely.
Professor Johnson Onibe of Ahmadu Bello University said that the National Agricultural and Innovation Transformation Plan has provided a lot of room for those who want to go into the agricultural sector. According to him, there have been some improvements in reducing post-harvest losses in the country.
That it is now time that the government has opened the door and say, commercialize this sector, so that we should not be talking about cutlass and hoe. We should now begin to talk about mechanized digital systems and so on. And these mechanization and digital systems should be extended to post-harvest. And the one good news really is that the document also says that the losses that we are recording in the current document is saying that we have about 50% losses through post-harvest operations. In the past, our former document says it is 60%. So which means there had been some improvement. And Nigerians may not have taken note. it will look as if things are getting bad. It's not that bad. Things are actually improving. I mean, if you are having 60% loss and then suddenly you now realize that it is 50% loss, some people may ask the question, is it correct? Is it not correct? But the truth is that we have become more aware, more conscious, and desire to minimize those losses. Nobody really wants to lose anything.